Hey guys, this is my attempt at doing a new thing in my 60s. There are going to be about 3 channels right now that I'm going to be working on YouTube, and a few Facebook posts that talk about my faith, my transition, how I'm feeling about things now, and in some cases, a few political views, but more of the transition from being a worker bee to an entrepreneurial bee. The Lord has put in my heart a few things to do when I was younger, but I was scared to do them because I thought what I needed to do was provide for my family in the way that I've been trained to do it. So I'm just encouraging all of you out there, if you have younger children, don't stifle their ingenuity. Maybe promote it, find ways that they can utilize it. And as you can see, there's a natural area behind me, and in the future I'll try to make sure I do these at a time when it's a little quieter so you can hear me a little bit better. But just being out in nature, having my feet on the ground. I don't know if you know anything about grounding, but we're going to be talking about a lot of different projects, a lot of different topics in my rejuvenation in my 60s. Still not sure of what the titles of some of my things are going to be. This one's going to primarily be an introduction to me and what you can expect from the various channels. From this channel, you can expect me to talk about how I am reliving or refiring in the 60s. I know a lot of people say, well, are you retired? No, I'm not retired. I'm refired. I'm now going after the dreams I had as a young man to do things, even as a young child, I would say, to do things. There are things out here in this society, both medically, and once again, I'm not poo-pooing medicine, doctors, nurses, anything like that, but there's so much things that our ancestors had when they didn't have this medical marvels that we have now that help them to live and live long, not just long, but live well. So some of that's going to be what you're going to do. You're going to see me wrestling with the idea of getting older and having to retool myself and to possibly even resell myself in this marketplace as things go along. I'm also going to include in this, at least in this series, you'll also see how I work on my physical ability, how I look, how I feel, losing weight, the challenges with that, as well as other things. Basically, this is going to be a hodgepodge of a man in his 60s trying to reclaim, or no, let me change that, reclaiming what is rightfully his. So what's rightfully mine is to, as our founding fathers and mothers have said in their notes and in their writings, that we're going to live to the fullest. Basically, we want to live to the best life we can, and that's what freedom really is. And one of the things within this is I'm going to try to stay somewhat on the borderlines of political and religious, but because of my own personal faith, I know that some of that may not actually happen. So I'm not going to apologize, but agreement is not required. That's one of the things I say on all my different podcasts or discussion groups I do, even the ones on Facebook. So if you're watching this by Facebook, there'll be a comment section in the bottom to link you to the YouTube page so you can see more. And if we get to a point where YouTube can no longer handle my discussions, then we'll have another media for it. But we're going to start out here with both YouTube and with Facebook, and we'll see where we go from there. Once again, you guys are going on this journey with me to see how things are. The one thing I do want you to understand is, from whatever video or whatever thing you look at from me, it will never be tearing someone down. It will always be building up the answer. My philosophy is you're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. If you're talking and bringing a lot of stuff in here about your concerns, your anger, your bitterness, then you're not really being part of the solution. In my book, my opinion, this is my personal opinion, you're actually being part of the problem. So over the next few months, years, and hopefully decades, depending on how long this runs and what I have in my heart and God shows me I need to say, I will say. I do understand now, it's often said from our older folks that they're old enough that they'll say whatever they feel. I wish we could do that earlier in life and stop worrying about what people think about us. I am to the stage now that I don't care what people think about me. if you come after me and you're not legit, then I have solutions for dealing with that. And if you come after me and you are legit, then I have to look at myself and see. The one thing I loved about, I had a radio career for a while here in the North Carolina area, and one of the things my mentor, station manager, program director would always teach us was always be teachable, because there would be new things that would come up. There'll be new ways to do things. They always wanted the station to be, I won't say edgy, but something that people will want to listen to. So one of the things I will take you on is a journey of different things. Like right now on Facebook, I've been doing a thing about family history. I'm real big on that right now, because I think one of the things, and I can't say for everyone, but for many families, nobody knows where they came from. They have an idea. They've done a 23andMe and all these other genetical research, but they never talked to the older folks before they passed away to really get the stories. I have many of my family stories. Some of them I don't have, and some of them I'll hopefully have other relatives give me. But this is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of things, but just bear with me as we go up and down this roller coaster. Hopefully you'll find something you can chime in on it or know that you want to be part of. But there's going to be we're going to plan it out. We're going to have it well, but this is just really introducing myself to the world, to the audience, to cyberspace, to let them know that I'm going to be out here doing a few things. Like I said, one of the channels is going to be redirecting, I think is what I titled it, or reinventing myself at 60. Another one will be talking about my faith and family, because I have a big thing that I believe I have when it comes to family. For the last 40 years of my life, I've worked with families and individuals, especially those with psychiatric needs. Now, this is not going to be psychiatric advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and for what I like to say, motivational and encouragement purposes primarily. But there are going to be a few channels out there like that. I'm even toying with the idea of, there are some things I've seen and I'm going to be starting to do for our family about prepping, just to be prepared if anything jumps off. But there's some things out there in my heart to do. So bear with me, ride along with me. We'll have all the links and all the various websites and YouTubes and Facebook so that you can follow along. But for right now, just know my name is Kevin Blash. I look forward to sharing this ride with you. And yes, I will warn you now, it will get bumpy. I'm still learning this thing, so it's not going to be polished. It's not going to be edited. It's going to be raw data right here. And if things fly in front of me, fly behind me, a snake comes up, you might see me run. I'll try to edit out so I won't look too scared. But just know that whatever happens, we're here and riding this together. Love you guys. Look forward to many more videos with you. And I hope that you have a blessed day. Remember, if you have a desire in your heart that God has given you, then He's also giving you the tools and people to carry it out. The thing you have to do is be brave enough to try. If you can't, then that's on you. But know that you have a community. Use it to make sure that you all are moving forward in the things that God's given you and in your gifts and talents. Be blessed, be encouraged, and we'll talk again soon.